Stark's dad is fighting back tonight over his daughter's suspension from school.
The school says she had marijuana on her, but the student says that did not happen. KSPR's Matt Berman just returned from Buffalo, where a meeting took place tonight. Matt?
Jerry, the Dallas County School Board met tonight and then held a private meeting with Mr. Tom Grayhorse. He is the father of a 17-year-old student who was suspended last May until January. According to a letter he received, his daughter was in possession of marijuana on school grounds. But he tells KSPR that no drugs were found and that she wasn't tested.
She had nothing on her with her or in her backpack or anywhere. There was no cannabis.
Tom Grayhorse is a parent in the Dallas County School District. He received a phone call in May from the assistant principal of Buffalo High School.
He told me that Crystal had left a notebook of hers in a teacher's room.
The teacher passed it to the assistant principal.
And the one that he was focusing most on was concerning cannabis.
Grayhorse went to the school for a meeting. His daughter would be suspended for 10 days.
He said that he thought that 10-day suspension would be sufficient, but it wasn't. The final decision was done up to him.
If they give a 10-day suspension, it comes to me as the superintendent, and then it is my decision to investigate and look back at it to see if an extended suspension is in order.
Robin Ritchie is the district superintendent. She said by law, she can't talk about specifics.
Our drug and alcohol policies permit for several different consequences. Most of the time, it's a 1 to 180 are the amount of days that students may be suspended for drug and alcohol charges.
Grayhorse claims his daughter didn't have the drugs, despite admitting to the school she did.
Somehow she physically, allegedly, had some, and she ate it and swallowed it, and that took care of it, and it was gone. So they didn't find any on her. They did not test her.
The superintendent says if a student just writes about the drugs, that alone doesn't mean a long suspension.
That would only constitute an investigation further. We certainly wouldn't discipline based just on something in writing.
Now, Superintendent Ritchie says it would require a majority vote of the school board to overturn a suspension, which is done in a closed session. Grayhorse told me just a few minutes ago there was no decision made in that meeting tonight. Jerry?
Thank you, Matt Berman, for us tonight. The superintendent told us there are some resources available to the girl through night classes. As it is now, she will not be allowed to return to Buffalo High School until January 5th.